Andy said just what her dad had stated. She told Sullivan to periodically leave his workplace and simply have a dinner with his staff. Andy claimed he had no need to share his life narrative or anything else like that. He only needed to be able to relate to them, hence perhaps he should bring up his family or people. Anyone Sullivan considered vital in his life was sufficient to note. Andy clammed up since he didn't want to tell Sullivan what happened to his wife. He had tried to reach through to him. He had been a first responder at the scene when his wife passed away while on call. It seems like Sullivan never moved on and he blames himself for her death. Instead, he concentrated on his work and had not wanted it to change. Eventually, Sullivan turned aside Andy's counsel. She tried to put the whole meeting with him behind her, as she could see on his face that he would treat her seriously. She had been glad to go when Andy had invited her to a get-together on Dean's houseboat. She practically told everyone at the party that she was happy she wouldn't run into Sullivan on their day off since it had been tense between them, and she didn't even mind running into Ryan. Ryan had not spoken to her since he overheard her talking about him with his dad. Hence, the two of them were at opposite sides of the party when he received a message on his phone. The message concerned his dad, Greg, who the FBI sought. Greg had committed crimes across state boundaries and was convicted of fraud. Since the authorities searching for him also knew he was originally from Seattle, Seattle PD was also airing the arrest warrant. Ryan had seen it and told Pruitt about it, but basically he advised him to overlook it for the day. He claimed Ryan lacked good cell reception and that the outside temperature was awful. It was an excuse. Only Ryan was growing to know his dad. Therefore, Pruitt didn't believe it would damage if the inevitable was extended. Gray did not seem to know he would shortly be arrested. He did, and only wanted to spend his little remaining time with his son. And so Ryan disregarded the warrant for his last full day with his father. Everyone had been looking forward to Friendsgiving at Dean's, which had started off really nicely. Particularly since Dean was religious about the margaritas he was planning to serve. It was bad when he got called into work due of the storm since he had gone extra miles to make this Thanksgiving unforgettable for everyone. Trees were down all over the place and the window storm had caused quite a few mishaps. First responders all throughout Seattle were sorely required since it was essentially a tragedy in progress. Fortunately, their friends and relatives had packed the food and drink to bring back to the station home, so they could still celebrate the holidays. They merely have to start working it first.